Jewish journalist, curious and confused, asked some very nosy questions of some very famous Jews.
She knocked on a lot of doors, and she got a lot of them to talk. Many of them dug deep, some of them balked.
But a journalist nudges and writes what she hears.
And they all have a story, so she perseveres.
I kept my grandma's Seder plate.
I was traumatized in Hebrew school.
Christmas presents always seemed so great.
I could never stay awake in shul.
I'm not so much a Jew as I am what you'd call Jewish. I would never move to Boca.
And what the hell is in gefilte fish? We connect and detach. We're inspired and unmoved. We worry our ancestors might disapprove on all the questions we struggle with. What's wrong and right? That's the stars of David to shed some light. Tony Kushner, Gwyneth Paltrow, Larry King, Gloria Steinem, Kara Sedgwick, Leonard Nimoy, Mike Nichols, Natalie Portman.
If Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz can be called the hot tamales, then Scarlett Johansson and I should be called the hot knishes. One Jewish journalist listened as they kvetched and velled.
She asked about borscht and assimilation.
God and Jerry Seinfeld.
She asked what they had given up.
What they still held dear.
Some said it's my heart.
Some said it's unclear. According to my parents, it specifically says in the Torah, you can only eat shrimp and bacon in a Chinese restaurant.
But a journalist nudges and writes what she hears, and what she hears is...
My dad used to teach me the prayers.
And what she hears is they all made fun of my hair.
I love St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I chose a new name.
And when you have a baby, it changes the game.
And it's bad for the Jews.
No, it's good for the Jews.
For the Jews, for the Jews, for the Jews. We connect and detach. We're inspired and unmoved. We worry our ancestors might disapprove on all the questions we struggle with. What's wrong and right? She asked the stars of David. I don't want to believe something just because my father believed it. She asked the stars of David.
I don't know what it is I'm looking for or what I need to hear.
She asked the stars of David to shed some light.
Actor and author Leonard Nimoy.
When I was a little kid, we lived in Boston. My grandfather was a leather cutter, my father a barber. There were 6 of us living with one bathroom. My dad used to tell me, learn to play the accordion. You could play weddings, bar mitzvahs. I didn't listen, and I didn't take his advice. I became enamored with magic tricks. Simple little things, card tricks, coin tricks. Long before Star Trek, long before Spock, I was Lenny the Gray in a living room magic show, the only performer on a blue-collar block in Boston's West End. My dad was a barber, my
was the boss. They and their parents had both sailed across the icy Atlantic and into New England on a dime. I was Lenny the Great, had a whole slew of tricks, but Dad said I'd do better playing accordion. I performed nightly with my magic tricks, using scarves, balls, coins, and cards. But there was one trick in a novelty shop that the clerk guaranteed would make every jaw drop. And after 6 months of saving, he sold it to me. It was mine. I ran home, the bag in my hands. I conjured up magic commands. But when I opened the package, I couldn't believe that the clerk in the store had a trick up his sleeve. I could see the hate spilling down to the floor, pamphlets and pictures and drawings galore, saying the Jews must be hated and feared. And that was the day that Lenny the Great disappeared. Long before Star Trek, long before Spock, I remember that moment like it was yesterday. For Lenny the Great, it came as a shock. You can practice and practice, but like it or not, there are roles you were born to play.
Writer, producer, director, creator of The West Wing, Aaron Sorkin.
Thank you. The characters in The West Wing weren't Jewish, but they talked so fast everyone thought that they were Jewish. For a lot of Americans, it was off-putting. They think they're so smart with their snappy comebacks. I bet everybody on that show was Jewish. Well, they weren't. They were Democrats. Hey, welcome to TV land, where West Wing is a hit, where all the characters are known for their intelligence and wit. You see, I'm the writer and a proud one, thank you God, but lately I have noticed something odd.
Something odd.
You see, when you write characters who rattle off bombos, then everybody knows that they are one of those. It's not a new idea, though to me it's kind of newish, that when your cast talks really fast, it simply means they're smart people, smarter than you. Cause when a man's quick-witted, then he has to be a smarty pants, and smarty pantses get to you, they make you feel a clown. All that clever talk is out to bring you down.
It brings you down.
All sorts of stupid people don't like verbal trips. They just can't come to grips with fellows who make quips, and women who are pretty they call bitchy, even shrewish. Cause anybody listening knows instantly they're smart people. What can I do? I write a Christian president, he comes off as a know-it-all. My God, the man quotes scripture, he's New Hampshire, not Manhattan. He goes to church, he even prays phrase in Latin. Kyrie eleison. Christians who turn a phrase break some unwritten rule. Seems wit is just a tool you have to learn in school. Hey, no, that isn't true at all. That isn't even truish. But no one cares, cause Christians who talk clever are just from Scarsdale. You know what I mean, Scarsdale. Since we're talking in code, Scarsdale. Need I say more? I grew up in Scarsdale where everyone was smart, and so I never thought smart people were some kind of breed apart. In fact, all through high school, if you asked me, I would say, smart people make up half the USA.
No, no!
I wasn't raised religious, my religion is just brains. When writing, I take pains to pull some people's chains, and closet anti-Semites, though they seem red, white, and bluish, if you make them uncomfortable, then they decide you're smart people. Such a weird boy. Just think of Noel Coward. He was glib and he's a goy, but then of course the man was gay, and so that kind of figures too. These days I've started thinking that what they say may be true. My smarts don't come from nowhere. I am from the chosen few. And if that fact defines me, I must give that fact its due. And suddenly, I'm proud to be a smart person and a
Smarty pants.
Know-it-all.
One of those.
smart people.
Throughout the 20th century, Jewish people were compelled to change their names so that they could succeed in virtually every profession. I remember many years after high school running into a guy at a party who came up to me and he said, "Hi, I'm Sam Stone." And I said, "Don't try to kid me. I know exactly who you are. You're Shmuel Starkus."
Jay Greenspan?
Became Jason Alexander.
Belle Miriam Silverman?
Well, Beverly Sills.
David Kotkin?
David Copperfield.
Natalie Hirschbach?
Natalie Portman.
Lauren Ziegler?
Larry King.
Joan Malinsky?
Joan Rivers. There are people I know who just live to retire. They don't want to do shit but sit and knit by the fire. Post pictures on Facebook of grandkids and them. And the goyim with their fishing, well, that's my definition of hell. 4 a.m. I'm in the chair with the makeup and the hair. 6 a.m. the radio, hawking tickets to my show. Then it's off to QVC, my own line of jewelry. Replicas of what I own in semi-precious stone. All you have to do is phone, you can own a piece of Joe in semi-precious stone. It's a thing, really. Then a quick 4-hour trip, Friday night's Mohegan Sun, or a split week on the strip, hop the red eye when I'm done, and I'm working the red carpet, busy dishing each celeb with disses on their dresses that go viral on the web. If they've got fat or thin, if they're stupid, mean or high, with their boobs up to their chin, or their face work on awry. I pull no punch, especially when it comes to me. I've had so much work done, when I tried to smile, I pee. In my downtime, I blog and I text and I tweet, and occasionally eat on the fly. I'm like a fish. If I don't keep swimming, I'll die. Joan or Miss Rivers or Manic or bitchy or funny or fighting down panic or feeding the hunger or pretty or younger, just plain Joan Malinsky, just me. Just plain Joan Malinsky, just. Earn each penny that I make, spend my whole life traveling. All the dough where does it go? Mama's got to have her plate. With the mansion on the park, and the Van Gogh on the wall, and the marble on the floor, and a butler at my call. I'd gladly date an older guy and share his bed. But at this point, for him to be older, he'd have to be dead. Dead. I manage, but barely, at home not so rarely, and then when I am, I just nap. I'm busy as hell, well, I live to live well, but living well can be a trap. You spend all your time making a living just to pay for the crap. But on the high holy days, the high holy days, we say the same words we've said year after year, and my Michigan family's here on the high holy days, the high holy days. I can stop and reflect, reconnect with the people I miss. They lit candles and prayed through the damned Inquisition. The least I can do is uphold the tradition. My grandson beside me, his mother made chafe. Such a hamish a boy, so his father eats trafe. Who will stop and give praise in the high holy ways? On the high holy days, just plain Joan Malinsky, just me. How do you like me, chauffeur? Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I never had a bat mitzvah.
But I knew all the blessings.
I was the camp rabbi every summer. I always led the services there.
But when my mother died, they wouldn't let me stand with the minyan, even to say Kaddish for my mother.
I'm 17 and Mom is ill.
People whisper around me.
I'm expected to be brave. I say I'll try. The day before my graduation, I watched her die. They gathered in the living room, relatives and neighbors. I expected to stand up to say and chant the prayer. But the women were forbidden. It was so be broken. They prayed without me, as if I weren't there. My mother nudged me every day. Ruth, you're smart, keep reading. There were not many girls who knew Kaddish. I was one of the few. But the faith that I was born in didn't care what I knew. Count me in the minion. Yes, I know the law. 10 men, 10 men. She was my closest friend since I was born. And now, Daddy, I just need to mourn. Please let me stand next to you. Let me say the prayer. But laws can't be broken. They prayed without me, as if I weren't there. As if I weren't there. As if I weren't there. A daughter's voice is quiet. In the moment it should be heard. Yiskada, v'yiskadash, shamer Abba. I have tried to be the person who my mother saw. Who my mother saw.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I love being Jewish. But it seems like sometimes in Hollywood, it's like a scar that you have to cover up. Many women in Hollywood, like me, have to walk a tightrope between being Jewish in private and appearing otherwise in public. I've been compared to Grace Kelly, a patrician regal blonde. Sure, we were both on the silver screen and lived across the pond. But she married royalty, I married rock. Truth is, we come from opposite stock. Yes, it's a fact that we're both part Irish. But you're in for quite a shock, 'cause I'm a who knew Jew. I'm a who knew Jew. They think I am super waspy, but I eat matzah too. I'm smart enough for Mensa, and I cook just like the Yenta. I'm a who knew Jew.
She's a classic
Flaxen hair beauty on the red carpet, striking poses. Boo, boo, boo.
But I'm from the Paltrow's line. For Christ's sake, I named my son Moses.
Shoot-de-doo.
Some say I do too much. My cookbooks I'd give the press fodder.
Doop-dee-doo.
But I don't give a damn about that, 'cause I am my father's daughter. Yes, I am a who knew Jew.
She's a who knew
A
Jew.
who knew Jew.
We're as surprised as you.
You think that I'm super waspy, but I spin dreidels too.
She's a Jew who knew.
I eat macrobiotics, and I understand neurotics. I'm a who knew Jew.
Oh!
I got all my old chums from NYC and never care about Hollywood rumors.
Never care now.
Because through it all, I've always kept my daddy's grounded sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah.
I played Emma and Pepper Potts, infusing my roles with chutzpah and moxie. Whenever I walk in a character's boots, I never forget my true roots, 'cause I'm a who knew Jew.
She's a who knew
A
Jew.
who knew Jew.
She's a Jew so
They
new.
think I'm a platinum Gentile, but I spin dreidels too.
Get the gimel, girl.
I was Shakespeare's lover, and I'm a doting Jewish lover. I'm a who
She's a who knew Jew. She's a who knew Jew. She's a who knew Jew.
knew Jew.
James Franco,
Who knew Jew?
Harrison Ford,
Who knew Jew?
Harry Potter?
Who knew Jew? My love for food and family, my father passed it on to me. I'm a surprise.
Who am I?
You are Michael Feinstein,
Ah,
ladies
Michael
and gentlemen.
Thank you. There are times when a whole flowering of art form occurs. The Greeks had the Parthenon. I don't think they did anything after that. The Italians did opera, and the Jews had the American musical theater. Listen close. When I was 5, I heard a sound, something alive, something profound, perfect and true. Quickly I knew that was the music, that was my music. All through my teens, still on that sound. 78's spinning around. No need to sleep, longing to keep that music in my ears. And who made that melody so enchanting? And who mixed the silliness with the sublime? And who did that harmony come from? Who conjured up that rhyme? And who made us feel true love is real and life could be divine in just a simple line? Irving Berlin, George and Ira Gershwin, Jerome Kern, Harold Arlen, Oscar Hammerstein, the list goes on and on. Here I am now, sharing their sound.
Well, since you asked, it seems to me the answer's this. My Jewishness has undergone a metamorphosis and turned into a social consciousness, a passion for justice. I like to think my life is now an open book, a book that says, put down that AK-47, get in line to vote. This is what I wrote in the Book of Norman. Though we should all be free and equal, we're not that yet, I fear. That is why I'm here with the Book of Norman. I think my background accounts for why I feel so intense about fair play. I will stand or I'll fall, seeking justice for all. It is the American way. When Congress flouts the Constitution, fills my soul with rage. So I add a page to the Book of Norman, to the Book of Norman, Milton Reed. You know, that's the heart of it. My shows weren't that controversial with the American people. They were controversial with all those folks who claim they know what's best for the American people. This flavored land will be forever the country we revere, long as we adhere to the Book of Norman, to the Book of Norman. Milton.
It's all in the mishpacha.
Gloria Steinem.
And Abigain Pogrebin.
I have to get ready. We're cooking tonight.
That's right.
Like Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Gloria Steinem, I, Cantor Judy Sofer, grew up never thinking that I could be on the bema. I could never be part of the clergy. The only way that I could get there was if I married into it. And I went to live in Israel for 11 years, and when I came back, American Judaism had changed, and I became a cantor. I'd just like to say on a personal note, Rabbi Cantor Marcia Tilchin, and I, Judy Sofer, Cantor Judy Sofer, and now Cantor Toby Schwartz, who just became a member of the Cantors Assembly. We are the transition generation.
So a rabbi once said that women belong on the bema like an orange belongs on the Seder plate. For generations, women had a definite place when it came to the Seder. And I remember, this is really the true story of my beloved mother, Jeanette Tilchin, of blessed memory. They polished, they shopped, they grated, they chopped, like their mothers did. They salted, they washed, they worried, they noshed. old.
It's chipped. God forbid.
They're starting out there quick. Abby, a chair for your Uncle Sid. And their brothers ate, and their fathers read, and their children sang Dayenu. And they, the women, did their part the only way that they knew. And suddenly I felt 5,000 years right there for me to see. The women who had no names and me.
They knew who ate what, who's picky, who's not.
They knew what you were thinking before you thought it.
Like their mothers did, preparing the meat that others might eat.
And the chopped liver and the matzo ball soup.
Like their mothers did.
And did they resent the hours they spent and say so, God forbid?
Oh no, they said not a peep, just buried it deep. Like their mothers did, and their husbands read, and their brothers too, as they had for generations, while the women cooked and carried on their kitchen conversation. And I suddenly thought, this isn't how a Seder night should be for the women who had no names and me. And so 30 years ago, we started a new tradition. A Seder for me, no reason to fuss.
No hiding your good clothes under your apron anymore.
Like our mothers did, just women, no men, to honor again
To remember
what our mothers did.
the weeks they prepare, the effort, the care
They're starting out
that
there.
went unheralded.
Abby and
The
Cher,
honor today, but not in the way that our mothers did. I am still stirred by the customs that start each service.
I am Abigail, daughter of Letty, daughter of Seal, daughter of
We
Jenny.
pass a bowl to wash each other's hands. I am Gloria, daughter of Ruth, daughter of Holly.
I am
Gloria, daughter of the women who gave me life and breath.
picture frames,
Our bobbies,
our tatas,
amazing days. The wonderful women who had no names. And me. Fran Drescher, comedian.
President of the Screen Actors.
Jewish humor is a way of surviving. It's tough out there, folks. If you're not handsome or rich or well-connected, it's not so easy. But there's always hope for the girls if they're funny. My family came from Flushing, not Flush by any means. I dreamed of stardom living in the Toches end of Queens. I talked the way I'm talking, my hair all frizz and curls. I prayed to Barbara Streisand, patron saint of Jewish girls. Barbara, can you hear me? Barbara, can you hear me? I met up with an acting coach and a talent agent too. They said nobody gets famous who looks and squawks like you. You ain't got good English. You wear those spray-on jeans. You're nothing but a bridge and tunnel Yiddish kite for Queens. I was mortified, but as I turned to go, I heard a voice inside me saying, "Ah, what do they know? Ah, what do they know? Ah, what do they know?" Now, technically, they may be correct, but even so, Fran, you come from chosen people. We feel it in our gut. Though I often wonder, chosen for what? But if you've got no further down to go, then why not raise the bar? Don't be a third-rate someone else. Just be who you are. But who was I? When I pitched The Nanny to the networks, I told them think of it as the sound of music. Only with the sound of me. They said we love it, but there's always a but. Don't think we don't love ethnic. Ethnic is terrific. We'd love a little flavor, but why be so specific? Can't you use a tad less Yiddish? The sponsor's getting skittish. Why not make her Italian, or better, even British? I was down to my last dime and out of hope. Still I told Procter & Gamble, no way, no how, no soap. You want a shiksa? So get a shiksa. Why should I pretend? And I don't know if you notice, but I don't exactly blend. It's in my blood and bones, I understand Jews. Let me play the part my way and put the Jew in Julie Andrews. I'll stick to it. Give my dreams a try. Worst thing that can happen, I'll shrivel up and die. 'Cause if you got no further down to go, then why not raise the bar? Don't be a third-rate someone else, just be who you are. Now in 1 month I'm the cover of 3 different magazines, which ain't bad for this bridge and tunnel Yiddish guy from Queens. Just be who you are, and don't be who you're not. They may say you're a schmendrick, but hey, you're all you've got. What do they know? What do they know? They said that I was finished fat. That was long ago. I come from chosen people. We learn it from the bris. Finally, I get it. Chosen for this, to share the gifts I'm given and shine my little star. So don't be who you think they want, a shih tzu with a slick bouffant, a mousy girl who'll be polite. You gotta yell and scream and fight, and scream and cry and beg and push. Make 'em laugh and shake your tush. And take pride in your heritage. It's God in us is far from Tel Aviv to Iceland. If you can't beat Barbara Streisand, just be who you are. And that's Fran. Hey.
Edgar Bronfman, philanthropist.
For me, the future depends on what we know. L'ador vador. From generation to generation. When you start to learn, you start to care. At least that's what happened to me. When my father read Hebrew, he never knew what he was saying when he was praying. He took me to temple because that's what you do. When you're respected, shul is expected. Showing up meant showing that you care. You read the text because the text was there. He passed it on like a chore. It's 40 years later, I Till I turned 50, I never knew what I was saying when I was praying. Religion's not something to be guilted into. We must build fascination without obligation. We mustn't make the same mistakes again. Enrich a life, enrich a world, and then you'll know what your role is for. The door for door, the door for door, we connect.
We were raised with the belief that you were connected to the world.
Being raised with both religions was such a nice way to grow up. But ultimately, I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality.
It's been very recently, to be honest with you, that I felt in a little way, I don't want to go so far as to say in touch with things of the past, but the slightest fingertip connection that makes you feel something.
I like that we're continuing, and I don't want it to stop. If our ancestors struggled for thousands and thousands of years, why should it stop with me? Who am I to say you hid your candles and prayed during the Inquisition, and now I've decided not to continue?
From generation,
I began to ask myself, why did my heritage
30 years ago, we started a new tradition.
you'll find your star has brought you through.
Special thanks to Beardsley, our sound engineer and lighting designer. And all of the staff here at Temple Beth Israel, Barry and Fran, and all who have put it together. And of course, Judy and Jason and all of those who support our Jewish Federation. One more big round of applause.